Before the interview started, me and you were talking about the greatest boxers of all time.
Oh.
And a lot of people would give it to Floyd Mayweather because he is 50-0 and he has the best record in boxing. But you actually don't say that he's the greatest boxer of all time.
No, I don't. And then, like I say, Floyd's my dear friend. I'm not saying nothing against him because he thinks I'm one of the best fighters. I'm one of his favorite fighters. And he's definitely one of my favorite fighters. I'm just a Muhammad Ali guy and a Sugar Ray Robinson guy, even a Sugar Ray Leonard guy. And not taking that from Floyd. Floyd's a great fighter. I mean, to go 50-0 is ecstatic, and it's a crown achievement moment. But I'm old school, and I'm a Muhammad Ali guy. I'm a Sugar Ray Leonard guy or Sugar Ray Robinson guy. Even a Henry Armstrong. But, Floyd is no doubt about it. He's one of the greatest fighters of all times in the past 30 years, 40 years. I mean, but, I'm just a Muhammad Ali guy. I don't put nobody over Ali. And I love Sugar Ray Robinson. But Muhammad Ali is just my guy because he's one that inspired me, and I don't never go against him.
I mean, if you were to put Muhammad Ali in his prime and Mike Tyson in his prime in the ring, what do you think would happen?
I would give Ali the edge, but Ali couldn't be getting caught by Mike early. I mean, in a good classic fight. I mean, and Ali would have to be moving and sticking and moving and not setting up, letting Tyson just, pot shot on him. I mean, I wouldn't want to see a young Ali and a young Mike Tyson just Ali land on the ropes with him, you know what I'm saying? Because it's too detrimental, you know what I'm saying? Too many things can happen. Tyson's a master trapper, especially when he got you on the ropes. He knows how to break you down, and that's all he needs is one or two punches to hit you, to get you out of there. So it wouldn't be a good idea to rope a dope with a guy like Tyson, especially at a young age, 24, 25 years old, getting hit by Mike Tyson.
Right, because Tyson was fast as hell. On top of being a massive puncher.
Massive puncher.
Yeah.
A crushing puncher.
But you saw him duck punches.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he was one of the greatest slip artists ever. If you go back and just study the history of the game, he studied very, he was very articulate and very sharp when it comes to, the skills of boxing. And he learned that from Gus D'Amato because of the way he taught him and trained him. He had him studying all these great fighters.
Yeah, I feel like Tyson lost to Buster Douglas.
Yes,
I've interviewed both of them.
Yeah.
Tyson feels it was a long count. When I watched it, I didn't think it was a long count. I felt like Buster was ready,
Bottom line is,
to get up.
Not to take nothing away from Mike that night, Buster was just the best man that night. You just got to give props what they do, man.
And Tyson didn't take it seriously.
And that's what happened.
Partying with Bobby Brown in Japan the night before.
You drinking sake and you up all night with the Japanese girl. Exactly. Maybe tooting a little powder, drinking this, drinking that.
Yeah,
I mean, and then got to go fight tomorrow. I mean, that's nobody.
It was the biggest upset in sports history.
That 42-1 was like...
Yeah, it was 42-1
I mean, come on. Well, we never seen that like that in the history of the game.
Never seen it. But I'm going to say this. If he didn't go to prison after that fight, there would have been a rematch with Buster Douglas. Tyson would have taken it seriously, and he would have beat him. And I feel like the career that Tyson had would have went very, very differently. I mean, do you think that if Tyson had fought Holyfield without going to prison, he would have beat him?
50-50.
50-50.
Yeah, because, one thing about Holyfield, not taking nothing away from Mike Tyson, Holyfield was just never scared of Mike Tyson. And that was like 95% of the game because a lot of guys go in shaking in their boots, you know what I'm saying, to have to deal with him. And, I've been around Mike Tyson and Holyfield for the last 40 years. We come up through the amateur boxing rings together. Matter of fact, me and Tyson, we're the only two Olympic alternates, I think, to win world championships off the '84 Olympic team. Yeah. He was a Olympic alternate to my dear friend Henry Tillman. Like Tyson was, and like I was an alternate to Virgil Hill. Henry Tillman won the gold medal, Virgil won the silver, which I think Virgil should have won the gold, but he had the controversial decision with the Korean guy. It's, the political drama that goes on in the amateur boxing. Yeah. But it just goes to show that, I mean, hey, it was crazy. I mean, that, Tyson, I mean, hey, man, I mean, he's going to be hard to beat on any given day.
No, you know what? Because when I interviewed Holyfield and I talked about their first fight, he said that Tyson won the majority of his fights because people were scared of him.
Well, I mean, think about it. They get in the ring.
Intimidation. But Holyfield said that as soon as he got in the ring, he had to show Tyson that he wasn't scared because he wasn't scared of him.
Which he wasn't.
And once Tyson figured out that this guy wasn't scared of him, it became a totally different fight, which is why Holyfield won both those fights. The respect factor
changes now, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, plus Tyson come out there and hit Holyfield a couple hard shots, and he seemed like, well, this guy took this shot. He'd only take him. He come back and hit him with 2 or 3 of his own, give him something to think about. Yeah. And that's one thing about Holyfield. Holyfield wasn't scared of him.
He wasn't.
That was, 90% of his get over is not being scared, because when guys get in the ring with Mike Tyson, they trying to figure out a place where to fall at. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get my $1 million and I'm going on. But Holyfield just didn't have that mentality, man. And I mean, he was just never scared of Mike Tyson. And it showed in the ring. He went out there and he executed, and he beat Mike Tyson.
And I think that's the biggest thing that Jake Paul will have to get over in that fight, is that he's in the ring with Mike Tyson.
Well, it's easy to do just when you just talk about it, but when you get in the ring, it shows everything. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you get hit upside your head, you get hit with those left hooks to the liver, and oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want Mike Tyson to hit me with a jab. I mean, forget the right hand and the left hooks and all that stuff. I don't want to get hit by you, period.
Well, Michael Nunn, man, truly an honor to have you come in. I've always been a fan, so when I saw your name in my email, I said, "Oh, absolutely, we definitely got to."
Appreciate you, Vlad, and thank you guys for having me, man.
And I mean, the fact that you did so much time in prison, which I feel was unfair.
It was, but one thing about it, I had to get over that. I can't stay stuck on that, Vlad.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to still build and grow, and I'm healthy. I mean, I'm good. I got some things going, and I'm gonna keep it moving, man. I mean.
Well, I mean, but at the end of the day, you came out, you seem well adjusted. I know a lot of prison guys that come out that just really are not the same anymore. Like something in prison changed.
Yeah.
Whether it was extreme solitary confinement, things may have happened to them that they never want to talk about.
Right.
It seems like you did your time and you did it, on your own terms.
I try to stay in my own lane, man. I keep it easy, yeah.
You boxed for a lot of years, but I don't see any CTE. I don't see any slurred speech. You seem 100% lucid.
Well, thank you very much,
which isn't always the case.
Well, people tell me that all the time. That makes me feel great. Because
absolutely.
Well, it's always a great honor, because people tell me all the time when we go to these events, they pick me to talk. Well, we want Michael Nunn to talk. Man, I'm like, well, what the hell? I thank God.
I've interviewed boxers that can barely speak.
Yeah,
I don't want to name any names.
It's sad, man. I don't want you to name no names, because I don't want to be in agreement, because I see them too, and I got nothing but love for my brothers, man.
No, exactly, man. Yeah. This is a sport, and I think you said this in one of your interviews, like, it's not like a regular sport like basketball.
It's not.
Football, or even football, or baseball. You could get hurt in boxing.
You can get hurt, man. I tell everybody to box.
Yeah.
I mean, I talk to little boys and little girls all the time, and I tell them, hey, take this thing serious.
You could die.
Exactly.
People die
the same way you go in the ring, same way I want to see you come out.
Yeah.
I don't want to see nobody get messed up. I don't care. It's no color thing with me. It's, hey, if you fighting, take it serious. I tell all these young kids, I talk to them all the time, and I be serious with them. I don't play no games. If you're going to fight, be in shape to fight, because boxing is no play sport. You don't see no gas station around no boxing ring. So when you run out of gas, that's your ass. When you run out of gas in that boxing ring.
That's your ass. That's how we're going to end it. Michael Nunn, man, truly a pleasure. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, Vlad.
That's what it is.
What's up, man?